And on the castle where the Freemasons examination was, there were also, it was in the forest, they had some hunting. They hunted, I'd like to say us. There were more, me and also my sister, and there were more. But it was at night, it was dark.
What did they do exactly on the hunting?
What I remember, I was naked and it was cold. And there was on my feet, I put my feet in a clam so I couldn't go on any longer.
I'm sorry, on a what?
And
Like a bear trap, a clamp.
Like you had a trap around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it was hunting with dogs, not with a gun, but it was, and they were on horses. It was with Prince Bernhard.
I'm sorry, who?
Prince Bernhard, the former
And
king of...
Cardinal Alfring.
Cardinal.
Alfring.
How do you spell that?
A-L.
A-L?
F.
F.
L-E-N-K.
R-I-N-K.
He was a Catholic cardinal?
Yes. Yeah.
And the Prince Bernhard.
Yeah, Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, the man who set up Bilderberg. And the World Wildlife Federation.
How old were you when this happened? The hunting?
Exorcism.
At about 9, 10 years old, 7. During that whole period it happened. And it was not only in that forest. But they put the dogs to hunt us. And then when you could not go on, and there was that clam around my feet, the dogs, they raped us, and they were laughing and putting jokes on me.
How many men did this?
What I know or what I see is 2 men, but probably there were more, I don't know.
Were there other children involved? Were you the only child, or was the others with you?
I know that I heard crying or screaming, and it was my sister, and she didn't take part afterwards on those hunting parties. But with me, they took me to England, Wales, Scotland.
Who took you?
The doctor.
I'm sorry, hunting parties in Wales? And
In Carnarvon Castle, and in nearby Fort Williams in Scotland.
Did you see the Cardinal or the Prince in Scotland and Wales too? Or were there other people?
In Scotland there was Menachem Mendel Sneerson, the upper rabbi of the Jewish people.
Could you spell that?
Menachem
Menachem, yeah.
Mendel
Mendel Sneerson.
Sneerson.
Just write down for us, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, we can look here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen, for taking the notes. Okay. Carry on.
And in Carnarvon they hunted in the castle, in the corridors or in the gangen, hoe noem je dat?
Corridors.
Ja.
Hallways.
Really? In the castle? That's interesting.
And nearby Fort Williams, that was terrible. That was horrible. It was not only hunting, there was a special water basin in a huge building.
Oh, sorry, what was it again?
A water basin.
Oh, water basin.
Okay. Yeah. And there was a kind of apparaat boven.
An appliance.
Yeah. And they bound me there, naked. My arms like this and my feet like this, and there was an iron
Bar.
an iron bar. And first they put me right up, and then let me slowly down in the water and put electricity on the water. So, and then they put electricity on and on. And afterwards, they took me up and then turned me up. They put me with my head on the water. They like to see you struggle. But that was not everything. Then they put my whole body, they took me and put me in the water basin till here. And then they turned on the electricity. Till I couldn't breathe anymore. I was dead. They took me out, and I lay on the ground as if I was dead. That was with my doctor, with Sneerson and Lord Mountbatten.
Lord Mountbatten. Okay.
Did you, at the time you couldn't know who they were, but you recognized them later? Is that how you know them?
When I see a picture, I feel it.
Yeah.
You can lay a lot of pictures and I say, no, that is not him. With him, I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
And another, I know it is one of them. And
Right.
it is my body.
Oh, I know.
The Queen's husband, the Queen of England's husband, is a Mountbatten.
Yeah, I know.
Prince Philip.
In 1946, Prince Philip became engaged to Princess Elizabeth under the extortion of Lord Louis Mountbatten. Lord Louis Mountbatten extorted the whipping boy, Queen Consort Elizabeth and King George VI on the basis that the royal family had been fake since 1852. So in order to retain the crown, they sold their daughter into marriage to Prince Philip. And it appears that Lord Louis Mountbatten also included rights for underage sex with the firstborn. Prima nocte droit du seigneur, right of the lord, where the lord takes the virginity of the serfs. And that was Prince Charles. And there's photos of Prince Charles and Lord Louis Mountbatten shaking hands at a polo event when Prince Charles was still quite young.
Greg, would you repeat that? He had the first rights to sex?
Yeah.
Sex.
So yeah. Lord Louis Mountbatten.
S-E-X.
Lord Louis Mountbatten had first rights to sex with the firstborn of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, which was Prince Charles. So Prince Charles was a pedophile victim from obviously a young age. Lord Louis Mountbatten was absolutely known for his pedophilia, and he was known for having schools under his own name, like Mountbatten School in Singapore. And one of the pupils there spoke to me. He would have been in his mid to late 50s. And he was saying that it was his role to meet Lord Louis Mountbatten at the gate when he was about a 5 or 6 year old. And then after that, he couldn't remember what happened in the next few days. And then he started to have very adult thoughts flashing across his mind, like sexual thoughts. And it appears that Lord Louis Mountbatten was testing drugs for Roche, including Darkin and Silence and date rape drugs, and using it for sex with children. Now, other people have also brought out that Lord Louis Mountbatten is a pedophile. Now, Lord Louis Mountbatten introduced the well-known pedophile Jimmy Savile to Prince Charles. They used to spend quite a bit of time together and go to parties together. A lot of it was under the guise of charity events. Prince Charles, who appears to be a victim of pedophilia and pedophile, and has close friends who are pedophiles, and appears that his father's a pedophile, Prince Philip. Prince Philip and Lord Louis Mountbatten also had sexual relations. Prince Philip was also known for getting drunk on Royal Navy ships and then falling over on his stomach so that he could be sodomized. And some of the sailors who sodomized him told co-researchers of mine that, oh yeah, I've had Prince Philip. So he was quite into sodomy and into children. And now on Sandringham Estate in Norfolk, they're finding lots of bodies of children and women buried around in the yards. So it looks like Prince Philip, who extorted his marriage with Princess Elizabeth, is a pedophile who then agreed to marry Princess Elizabeth, and that their firstborn would be sodomized as a child by Lord Louis Mountbatten.